Well, morning, boys and girls. Behind me is a driveline shop. It's called Advanced Driveline. I'm somewhere northeast of, like northeastern suburb of Orlando. Took me maybe like 40 minutes to get here from my hotel. And I gave them the car, the keys. They have all the parts, differential gears, bearings, seals. And now I just need to kill pretty much whole day here somewhere. I saw a coffee shop on the map somewhere. It's just Dunkin' Donuts. Gonna go find that one and wait for them to finish. And he said sometimes he says I have to warn you that sometimes these gears can be noisy. He says either because of the bearings or basically they can be complications. He says it's not as easy because these are not real. Well, it's Ford Performance, like my gears are Ford Performance. So he says I hope you're lucky, and it sounds great because these guys, why I chose them, because they're really specialized. So they only do drive lines, axles and differentials. That's it. They don't do transmissions, they don't do anything else, and that's what I want. I don't trust Ford dealers anymore. I don't trust transmission shops. I don't know why I went to transmission shop because to do gears, but I did that with a Ford when I had the Ford F-150 back in 2011, and the transmission shop in Kitchener changed it from 336 to 373 on a Ford, and everything was perfect. But it was expensive because he got all the gears directly from a Ford because he couldn't find these gears like an aftermarket version. So it cost me like $2,000, whereas the original quote was I think he said $1,200, then he said $1,500, then he says sorry, gotta buy the gears from the Ford. Now it became $2,000 Canadian, so which is like $1,400, $1,500 US. So price over here was $700 US, and I asked him also to maybe try to twist the exhaust because it really makes a ruckus. That exhaust touches the frame. It's awful. This installation, the last time this exhaust was installed was by a Ford dealer, Ridgehill Ford in Cambridge, Ontario. I left him a bad comment, and the owner says, call us. I call him, nobody knows over there in customer service. Nobody knows why I'm calling, so I just hang up, and so my negative review stays. These guys were bad, and they did a very bad job of putting things back together. So hopefully my upgrade will be without complications. And then step number 2 is I'm still waiting for the new mufflers, and then I'm gonna switch to 2.5-inch pipes in the back and put in these mufflers, which have a smaller inlet and smaller outlet, so the car will become quieter and there will be less drone. Well, and this is it. Of course it's hard to see anything, but that's the new diff. The new differential, new gears, and they said the exhaust still touches the frame over there. They gave me the name of the guy where I can go, like a muffler shop they trust. But I still don't have my new mufflers, but that's why I need, they said you need a new bracket in there. But that's why I also want to go with a smaller pipe. So 2.5-inch instead of 3. And that will give me more clearance over there. And I heard them, I heard them go for a test drive, and I hear the sound. I know my mufflers burn. One guy came out, he says, oh geez, that sounds so great. What do you have? What kind of upgrades you have here? And I told him what I have: tuner, X pipe, and American Thunder, now the gears. But now I gotta find a place where to park. I'll just go outside the gate because they're gonna close the gate. It's already like I spent whole day waiting at the coffee shop, and then I came here, waited another probably hour. It's a very long, big job, But now I gotta hook up my tuner and change the ratio, otherwise my speedometer will be all screwed up. And this place is called Advanced Driveline in Orlando. So I hooked up my tuner and I was checking online, and it did say that it was available, you know, like the axle ratio. Now all I see is the tires, you know. But actually, yeah, that's what I'll probably have to do. Basically, it does not show me any gear change, you know. It only gives me tire size, and either I have to go to a Ford dealer, probably Bass. Maybe they'll probably charge me like a $50, $100, but I have to go and reprogram the speedometer. I thought I could do it here, but no. Like I had it before, like you see, for different vehicles, they give you different different options, like the same tuner, because it can see what you have based on your you know, computer, because now it's hooked up to my computer. And so I'm just rewriting again just to make sure, like I'm using 93 gas option with a sport kind of like, you know, kind of like tune, but it's built in. It's a canned tune. But I do feel like more power, even though I went around. I was trying to find a spot where to park for like 2 minutes. I went into a side street over here. Lock my doors, and now we're just waiting. But I know what I can do. What I can do is I can just change the tire size, you know, because it's here. I just have to figure out what tire size I have to go to just to simulate as if I change the, you know, the gears. Because what's going to happen now is that since my you know, the wheels are spinning, how are they spinning? Like a different ratio, right? Axle ratio is different now. So it's going to affect the speedometer. So it'll show now that I'm driving faster. Okay, please turn the key. What does it say? Turn the key to run, but do not start. Okay. And click OK. I think it's almost done. 1 second. Oh, wow, again. And before I go to a dealer, of course, I have to uninstall. I have to reinstall factory tune. But anyway, once this is done, we'll just do some quick POV driving. But now I still hear that sound. The guy says, yeah, I have to go to a muffler shop. I still hear that irritating noise from the muffler touching the pipe touching the frame. Yeah, I see, it's done. So now I can just unplug it. And this is it. Okay, just a little bit of was walking here somewhere. Not going back. It's impossible to turn over there. So
make a U-turn.
yeah, I see the RPM went up, of course, which is good. And so I cannot look at my speedometer because the speedometer shows 50 miles per hour. I know I'm not going that fast. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'll probably just go to a Ford dealer because it'll take him like 10 minutes to flash the ECM, unless I figure out what tire size to change the tuner, because it's pretty much the same thing. Either you change the axle ratio, but since my tuner does not give me that option, I'll just change the tire size. It does not affect performance, it only affects the speedometer. Got a long story short, this is what I decided. When I come to my hotel, I check once again the status of my order on Amazon. Here, that's the muffler hitting the frame. I check the status of my order. I already checked like 3 times today. If it still shows not shipped, as it was today 3 times when I checked, I'm gonna cancel it, because they were 77 bucks US each, so $150. All I need is to go to this, muffler shop and just ask him to, bend the pipe a little bit, install different hangers. And the DRATCHEV guy said they can do that. He says these guys are kind of like wizards. They can do whatever you want with the pipe. So. And I really like, it's drawn a little bit, at the highway speeds, but now my RPM went up, right? It was droning mostly around 2000 RPM, but now I'm not going to be driving at that speed because, the RPM is high now, right? So that's what I'm going to do. So I come to the hotel, muffler's not shipped, I cancel, because then you don't have to ship them back if you change your mind, right? If they're shipped, then I'll keep them.